Welcome to the Side Out Society podcast, your go-to place for the culture, stories, and communities surrounding women's volleyball. I'm one of your hosts, Tiff Oshinsky.
And I'm Lindsay Harwood, your other host.
Okay, Lindsay, imagine you're at the top of your game. You're elite. You're the blue chip prospect everyone wants. And then you're the number one overall pick in a professional sports draft. What is the very first thing you're going to buy?
Ooh, the first thing I'm going to buy. Probably nothing right away, but I am going to take bragging rights for the rest of my life. I think with all of my family and friends, I think that's definitely what I'm going to have to do. I think like my team won the championships in high school and my husband did not, and I still don't let him live it down. So I might be too competitive, but yeah, bragging rights for my life.
I like it. Well, they do say the best things in life are free. So that is a solid one. I think I would go out and I would adopt a bunch of cats and then buy the food and all that stuff for them. That's probably what I would do. But today our guest didn't have to imagine this because she actually was the number one overall pick. And honestly, she's someone who is making the rest of us look structurally unsound. I mean, we're talking about a human highlight reel who treats gravity like a polite suggestion rather than a law of physics. She started out in Oregon, where she didn't just win Freshman of the Week 8 times, which is essentially a subscription service at that point. She went ahead and took home the AVCA National Freshman of the Year award. But then she decided to head to Madison to finish things off as a Badger. In a move of total athletic dominance, she walked away with the inaugural AVCA Outside Hitter of the Year award. Just a casual thank you for having me on her way out the door. She's a physical marvel, an All-American, and a point-scoring machine who has now taken those talents to the pro level. She was the number one overall draft pick and is now the heartbeat of the Dallas Pulse in Major League Volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the high-flying, the heavy-hitting, and the woman who is single-handedly redefining the terminal in terminal hitter, Mimi Colyer.
Oh my gosh, that was the best intro I've ever heard in my life.
We're so happy you're here.
Yeah, we're so happy you're here. I had to give that type of introduction for you because we're so honored to have you on our podcast.
No, that was incredible. That was great.
So what did you end up doing when you first got drafted? Did you go out and celebrate? Did you buy something? What happened?
I think we had practice earlier, later that day. It
really?
was very it was so fun. We did a whole thing in our team room at Wisconsin. I felt very loved. We had some confetti popping. It was very cool. But I think we had practice later that day. We were heading into the tournament, so it was still it was cool and it was awesome and I enjoyed it and we loved it and we appreciated it, but it was also still very much work time, had work to do.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you went straight from, I know you were watching the draft, your whole team was around you, watching, celebrating, excited about it. But I didn't realize that all of a sudden you're like, all right, well, back to work. See, this is why you're one of the best.
Yeah, no, we were straight in the middle of everything. We're like, no, we actually do have work to do. We leave in a couple days to go. I think we were going to Kentucky or wherever we're going. But no, it was awesome. It was so fun.
What did your team do for you? Did Coach Kelly say anything to you that was special?
Yeah. They had everyone there in the locker room. They had our media people there. We projected it on the screen and they had the confetti things going off. I had to go and I came in and did the podcast or did the conversation, whatever. I came into the draft. I don't know how I would explain that.
Like a press conference type of area?
Yes, and then he does a weekly one. So then I went there too. So did a bunch of media for that. But I don't know, it was very cool. It was a very fun experience. Like I said, felt very loved. And that's a really cool honor to have. So grateful that I was able to do that.
I saw on Instagram that you did buy your cowboy boots. Was that your first purchase when you got to Dallas?
So I'm gonna be so honest, that I don't even know if I would was it a big girl purchase? Yes, but that was more of a welcome to Dallas. We were just talking about a bunch of my teammates. They do we get bags every year for a season. We're gonna get designer bag, and I was like, okay, sure. They're like, okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna pick out a bag, and you're gonna go get an expensive bag for your first. We do it every season. I was like. So we went to the Louis Vuitton store and I got a bag the other day, and it was the most I've ever spent. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this every season, guys. I'm like, this is crazy. I did my little card and I saw the total on it and I got the notification on my phone, how much it was. And I was like, ooh, I was like, you guys, that's a scary number to see. So our big purchase, we got bags. But it's fun. She's beautiful. I got the black Neverfull and she's
oh, that's gorgeous. We have to see a picture.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes, I'll send a picture. But yeah, so that was my big girl purchase. And my mom was like, okay, there's your, for this season. I was like, yeah, I'm not spending any more money ever again.
Well, I feel like after all your hard work and an incredibly well-deserved purchase. So
Yes,
I was like, I think
100%.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and the inside's blue, so it's like Dallas Pulse, kind of.
I love that.
Kind of.
It's so funny. When I first started working, like after graduating college, I kind of did the same thing, except like I was getting paid like nothing. I was like a production assistant who worked nights for, Major League Baseball. I wasn't really getting much money, but I saved stuff. And I was like, I have always wanted a Louis Vuitton tote bag to have my stuff in and carry as I commute. And then that's what I did.
No, when I was telling like the sales rep, I was like, I don't really have anything to carry all that much. Like unless I'm putting my knee pads in there, but I don't care. I was like, I want it.
It's symbolic. It's a girl thing. I don't know. It just feels really good to work hard for something and be able to do that for yourself.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So tell me, we saw the videos when you were drafted and moving, like what was going through your head? Like, how did it feel to be the number one draft pick? Like just tell me some of the emotions that were going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful, and I think I was really excited because this is a new franchise, and there's just so much new surrounding this team and this like just the people here. So it's exciting. I've never been a part of something that is so new, and it is kind of from the grassroots, and we're gonna build this thing, and whatever happens. But it's something really exciting. Everyone here is really excited about it and getting it started. We've had a great start to the season. The girls are awesome. The coaches and the staff and everyone surrounding us is so awesome. So I think I was really excited to kind of get here and kind of get started. Again, it was hard because we were still in the middle of the tournament. So it was kind of keeping those excited emotions for pro volleyball, but also still very much being where my feet are. And remaining focused on my college season that I was currently in. So I think that was kind of difficult to navigate. But yeah, no, I was very excited. All my girls were very excited. We are having some trips. We want some of the girls to come out here and see me, some of my best friends that are still in Madison. I want them to come out and take a break from the snow, get back in this Dallas heat. But yeah, no, it was so awesome, and I was so grateful.
Do you find, I know some of a lot of the players on your team have obviously been playing pro volleyball before, and you have a few newcomers, a few rookies like you, but do you find it different, or like, is it weird for everybody knowing that this is like the first year of this team, or is everyone kind of like, knows what they need to do, where to be and all that kind of stuff, because the league has at least been around for a bit?
Yeah, I will say it's nice because just there's a lot of the girls that have been in this league. I think it's more of a not knowing each other. Like this is a lot of the teams in the league have kind of a core group of girls that are returning, which is obviously not the case here. But it's been fun to kind of just discover that and learn more about these girls. A lot of these girls I had, known of I've known their names. And so now that I'm playing with them, it's fun to just kind of get to know them on a more personal level. But yeah, so I think a big thing was just more not ever playing with each other and kind of figuring out how we all thrive best as teammates on and off the court, as just friends, as people, and just kind of navigating that.
So when you joined the team, who are you really excited to play with? Like, was there a veteran that you're like, oh my God, I'm actually going to be on their team?
So my most favorite it's hard because I've already been on her team. So Carson Bacon, I was a freshman, sophomore, when she was a fifth year, sixth year. I knew she'd signed to Dallas. And I was like, when I was talking to Dallas about just kind of arrangements and logistics, I was like, is there any way that we can be roommates? It's like, please. They're like, you're going to be stuck with like a vet. Like they're like, you're not going to be put with one of the other rookies. Like we're going to put you with someone older. And I was like, well, I know someone older and someone who I'm really good friends with. I was like, please. So they stuck me and Carson together, and it was like just this such like wholesome homecoming when I got here. And she's like, memes. And now we're little besties, and we live like with each other, and we're living our best lives here in Dallas. So I think kind of reconnecting with her was so fun. And that's another thing that I really enjoy just about this league in general is there's a lot of my past teammates that play in this league. So there's every weekend it's some sort of reunion, and we get to go get dinner with one of our old teammates. And it's like that every single week. We get to see someone new. So it's exciting to get to see people that, I haven't seen in a couple years and just kind of, catch up with them. And it's a really exciting time. We're living our best lives out here.
Yeah, seriously. When you guys know that you're going to be playing a former teammate, do you find yourself texting them like so excited to see you? Or are you kind of like talking a little smack, like we're coming and we're going to beat you?
Yeah, it's definitely, the texting is definitely more civil. Once we maybe get to dinner, it's a little more, oh, like, what are you guys doing with your game plan? I'm like, oh, okay, well, watch out for that. Cause like we're playing against that, or this is what there's definitely a little more smack talk at the table, which is always fun just cause, a lot of these girls I'd only ever been on the same side of the net with. Like Hannah Pukas, for example, she was just in Orlando. So we got to go see her before, and then she, we're sitting there, we're playing with each other, and like something happened. I like hit a ball and she like dug it like above her head, and it was a good dig. I hit it really hard, and I was pressuring it up, and we're like making eye contact through the net, and I'm like, did you just dig that? I was like, don't dig that ball. Let me chill. So it's like that, just stuff like that. It's fun to play against people and with people that you know for so long. It makes it really enjoyable.
I love the good competition, like a little eye contact, like especially with your best friends. It's so fun.
Funny. Yeah, it's so fun.
Oh my God. Yeah, Lindsay and I have played together. So we met like after college and everything. Our husbands played baseball together in the city. And then we met through our husbands, and we obviously both played volleyball. So for a period of time, we played on the same team together. But Lindsay and I have yet to play against each other, which I feel like maybe we need to organize something.
It gets funny.
Like we are both very competitive, but it's all in good fun.
There you go.
Yes, of course. So before we keep diving into stuff, I wanted to ask you, like going way back to when you were little. I kind of want to start from the beginning and bringing you back to Major League Volleyball. So when you were growing up, like what did you want to be when you were older? Before volleyball was even a thing.
I don't know. What did I want to be? I don't know. I was really good at maybe like in like middle school, which I guess I started playing volleyball at that point. But like I really wanted to be a doctor. I really enjoyed like the sciences and like bio and chemistry and all that was super like my jam. I probably wanted to be a doctor. That's probably what I was telling my parents. But like, no.
But both of your parents were athletes. I mean, they were both like all-American athletes.
Yeah, they're like, you're going to play sports. So like I played soccer until I was like 12. And then I started volleyball after that. But yeah, so I'm probably a doctor. And then once I started playing volleyball, I was like, nope, this is it for me. This is what I've got going on. I'm good enough. Like I'll stick with this.
So it was like pretty immediate when you started playing.
Oh yeah. So I played soccer till I was 12. And then when I was 12, it was like my entire soccer team started playing on our like little community center rec league. And it was the whole soccer team and my mom coached. So it's like, it was a bunch of athletic girls, but like not volleyball athletic, like very much like soccer athletic. I played, I really liked it. So then I started playing club, and that was it for me. And I was like, cool. I like volleyball, no more soccer. I just was too big for soccer. Like I was 5'10" and I was like 12, and like just these like little fast girls who were like 5'0". I was like, they would literally like bounce off me. I was a defender. So it was like I couldn't do anything about it. I was like, I'm just too big to be out here. I played basketball in between those seasons. So my mom played volleyball at Long Beach State. My dad played water polo. So growing up, I think she always kind of assumed that I'd find my way there. She never forced me into it. She's like always made it very much a point that she didn't want to force me into it. She didn't want to take on that coaching role for me, and just kind of wanted it to be like my thing. So when I started volleyball, I was a middle because I was, the tallest one, and that's how that goes. And it was always, if I had questions, I could go ask her. If not, she wasn't going to really say anything, again, unless I asked. But, when I got to being 12 and, I was playing basketball, so I knew how to run a slide-ish kind of, because it's the same footwork. And like the slide was her thing. Like she could hit a slide. So then it was funny when I'm 12 and my coach was like, you just accidentally ran one. And she goes, you don't know what that is, but like, go tell your mom. And mom's like, ooh, you're going to be a middle? No, I was middle for 2 more years. And I was like, get me out of here. This is too hard. Like, I want nothing to do with being middle. But yeah, so my mom played. I fell in love. I loved it. I was at the same club for my whole career. And I stopped playing basketball once I got to high school, just because I didn't like it. The physical touch and the sweaty. I'm a sweater. So like people rubbing up on this, I don't like it. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I found a lot of these like a lot of the women I've interviewed already, like from the Olympic team or, in any of the other professional leagues that are out there, the international leagues, like so many of them have started out in contact sports and then are just kind of like, I'm over the contact.
Yeah, please don't touch me. Like volleyball with the net is much better. It's much better.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So when did you know that you were like legit good, that you could get into college and play?
I think, well, actually, this is a silly story, which I asked Kelly Sheffield about a couple months ago, and he's like, I don't really remember, dude. And I was like, okay, well, that's fun. I started getting just like the little mail-in questionnaires and like come to our camps from colleges when I got my first one from UC Davis, which is funny because my dad, I'm from Northern California, which is where UC Davis is. My dad like kind of works within the school. So it was funny that UC Davis was my first ever like recruiting letter. When I was like, I want to say beginning of 7th grade was when I got that first letter. So just the idea of getting letters that early it still seems crazy. And I'm glad that there's like kind of rules for that now. But then I got a like thick pamphlet with questionnaires and flyers and just like this big envelope from Wisconsin Volleyball sent to my middle school. Instead of like sending it to my house, like they sent it to my middle school. And I was like, what? And they're like, they called my class. They're like, we have a package for Mimi up here. And like, we don't know. And I was like, Wisconsin Volleyball is sending stuff to my high, like, oh my gosh. So then funny full circle, now here we are. But and I think it was things like that I was like, why are like, you guys are sending them to me? Like I didn't realize this was this big of a thing. And then, you know, we'd go to club tournaments and there'd be coaches watching on courts and, you know, they're looking up and they're writing stuff down and checking their phone, like looking at me. And I'm like, oh gosh, like, hey guys. So I think it was things like that I was like, oh, like this is getting pretty serious. Like this could be something. So I remember being really excited about that. And, you know, it was fun to kind of navigate all of that really young.
How did you decide on Oregon at that point? Like, what was that like? What was the culture like?
Yeah. So Matt and Chid played at Long Beach. She was a couple years younger than my mom. I want to say my mom had graduated and Chid was like the next incoming freshman class. But she always says that, you know, Brian Jamalaro would be like, oh, like Nikki Crump, like she hit the slide. And so Chid had always like heard of my mom. So like you know, Long Beach volleyball community is so eensy weensy and it's so small. So Chid played there and then her and Matt both coached there. And just, I think through volleyball connections, they kind of knew my mom and then ended up knowing who I was. So then my sophomore year, also, I'd never been to the state of Oregon. Like, I didn't know that Oregon, like, I was like, okay, Oregon, like, I know it's above California. That's all I got. I went to a camp just because they were like, oh, like, come to a camp because we know your mom and, like, we see you on Facebook all the time or whatever. And, like, my cousin was going to college in Portland. So, like, we made a trip out of it. We went to go see her and then, like, came to the camp. When I tell you I got to the camp and I was meeting all the people and I was like, this is it. I'm like, I need to be here. I like absolutely fell in love with Matt and Chid. It was so beautiful in the summer and just everything they were selling me. I was like, I want it all. I'm like, yes. Like this is what I want to be. Like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. I want to be here with you guys. Like, this is it. So that was going into my sophomore year. The rules had changed. So they were not allowed to contact me. So like, I had never once gotten any sort of piece of mail or whatever, or email from like Oregon Volleyball, which because they were very much by the rule book. There was other programs that were not. So I was still getting emails and stuff. And I was like, I thought you guys weren't allowed to. So, but Matt is very by the book, like would not send anything. So going into my sophomore year, I had gone to this camp and I was like, I need to go to Oregon. There was then a year that they weren't allowed to talk to me because they couldn't talk to me before I went into like going into my junior year. So that whole year I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I can't call them. I can't text them. I can't do anything. So I'm really sitting here like cross my fingers, putting all my eggs in this big green Oregon basket. And I would like make my mom, like I knew she was Facebook friends with them. So I'd make her post things with like, oh, I'm wearing an Oregon shirt. Mom, post that. And Matt would like it. Like, okay,
I still care.
I'm like, yeah, like little like snippets. I'm like, please. So then June 15th rolls around. And I made sure I stayed up. It was like June 14th. I stayed up till midnight because I was like, I'm like, I wonder if anyone's going to send it at like 12:01. Madam or 12:01 sends a text. Hey, Mimi, it's Matt. Like, just want to get on a call with you. When I tell you guys, I also made sure I was wearing an Oregon shirt to like manifest all the good vibes. I don't know.
So you're a little superstitious.
Oh, it's like that. I'm like, oh, I'm going to manifest. I'm going to manifest this. So he sends this text. I literally like run to my mom and I was like, I like start crying. I'm like, Mom, he texted me. Mom, look, like Matt wants to call me. So like we get on a call like at 10 a.m. the next day and I commit like right then. I'm like, this is it. This is perfect. And it was the best thing ever. Like it was, I loved it. I had the best 3 years of my life there. Matt and Chid are still some of my favorite people. I'm planning a trip to Kansas once this season's over to go see them, to go see all the babies.
Aww.
But yeah.
Did Matt Ulmer's singing voice have any influence on your decision to go to Oregon?
That actually might have swayed me away. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard him sing at what did he do, the recent national anthem?
The national anthem at the Kansas game, yeah.
He did the national anthem. He did it, I want to say at like one of our senior nights, maybe my like junior year. He also sang it. And when I tell you I like couldn't keep a straight face, I was like having to like turn away so that I wasn't like laughing. I was like, Matt, I can't. And like, it's not bad. it's just like hearing someone, like actually genuinely try to sing. I'm like,
It's just like totally out of context too.
I'm like, you'd be the best singer and I still would probably be laughing. Like, I'm so sorry.
So you ended up transferring to Wisconsin, and I got to say, like when Sarah Franklin left Wisconsin, we're like, who is going to take her place? And then when you were announced that you were coming, it was like, of course. And I think immediately you had such an impact throughout the season. And then especially, we were in Kansas City at the semifinals. We watched you play. We watched your game against Kentucky, which, by the way, I think didn't you have a career high kills? Like you had one of the best games of your entire career.
It. Yeah, I careered, and then Carter careered, and Charlie also careered. Like all three of us careered. I'm not sure how three of your starters careered, you still lose, but that's okay.
I mean, in the press conference after we were there, and Coach Sheffield was like, "I have nothing but amazing things to say." Like what he was telling us publicly was exactly what you just said. Like my players played the best. What was going on? I mean, I'm sure that was incredibly heartbreaking and all of those feelings. Like how are you feeling at the end? Did you know that you played that well? Like how did that feel?
I definitely think it's one of those things where like looking back, you're like, maybe the stats look a little bit better than it felt, because I wanted to do, my whole thing is like, I want to be as good as I can for this team. I want to do everything I can for this team, no matter what. Like if you need to set me every ball, like cool, like let's set me every ball, and I'll try my best. So it is hard kind of reflecting and being like, oh, like I know that there's a couple kills here and there that like I maybe could have placed better, and maybe like, oh, if that's the difference of, I think pretty sure we lost by 2.
It was so close. Yeah. In that 5th set,
whatever it was, like, oh, like, dang, like if I would have just hit this ball like a little differently, or maybe if I would have tipped this, or like something about like my shoulders and it would have been a better pass, like just, so things like that, you're like, oh, dang, like we were so close. And like, and everyone tried we tried so hard. I make that joke a lot, but it's like, oh, like we tried so hard. And it's, I don't know, it's heartbreaking to see those group of girls, because I've never been on a team that, there's so much love for these girls. And like, as much as I loved all my Oregon teams, and I'm still best friends, my Oregon teammates, like those are going to be bridesmaids at my wedding, but like, they're just the love that this Wisconsin team had for each other. And like, it was very much like, I'm going to do it for the girls standing next to me. So it was hard to see that, everyone wants to have the confetti falling on them, but we tried.
I mean, it was incredible from the stands, though. Like you guys, it was very obvious how well you played and how much you wanted it. And afterwards, I mean, before both of us were like, can everyone win, please?
Yeah.
Like we love all of you so much.
Yeah.
We were hoping for that too. So you have this like huge camaraderie, both with your Oregon teams and with your Wisconsin team. Now that, you've gone to the next level, like what is it about the team, like off the court, that you're going to miss the most about them? I know you still see a bunch of them, but like that you're not able to do every single day or as frequently as you used to.
I think it's just the idea of like how much we were seeing these girls. Like I see my Dallas teammates, like we see them every day when we go to practice and all the things. But like Oregon and Wisconsin, it was like, okay, we're going to go to lift, and then we're going to go to practice, and then we're going to go get dinner. And then we're all probably going to go to study hall, and then maybe we'll go get a snack later. But like I also saw you at breakfast this morning, and it's like you see them for like so much of your day every single day that it's just like you're just constantly around each other. And we had such a fun group this last year, and it was genuinely a joy to be around every single one of them anytime we saw them. And just, seeing them out and about, and, oh, I saw you at concert, then I saw at this coffee shop. Like we just kind of see each other kind of, I guess, out in the wild more often. Just because, right, like we're adults here, and everyone's like doing their own thing, and I'm just like, everyone's like literally living their own like adult life, and like we're not just kind of like stuck in college. I'm like, oh, I'll see you at the student athlete center doing like homework. So it's just that kind of, everyday life, seeing each other and seeing them outside of volleyball, is definitely something that is so fun, within college sports, that I'll definitely miss a lot.
Do you feel like an adult?
That's a good question.
I'm like the biggest adult. I'm like, well, and then now that like we don't have anything, like it's basically like kind of the same schedule-ish, like lift and practice and whatever, but like I don't have any classes. So I'm like, I've got nothing to do. Like once my day's over, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? Like I don't have any like tasks I need to complete. So like I've been having to pick up like random hobbies. So like I went and got some books. So I got some books. I read A Court of Thorn and, what's it called?
Roses
Thorn
and Thorns,
Roses.
or Thorns and Roses.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I started
Love
that.
it.
Everyone's like, you need to read it. I'm like, okay, cool. We got some books. Me and Carson like started some puzzles. So we've got like puzzles spread out across the apartment. And then I saw a TikTok thing. And mind you, okay, before I say this, it is a TikTok trend. So I'm not like crazy, because my mom saw it in our Amazon cart and was like, Mimi, why did you order this? I'm like, it's a TikTok thing. But like the bedazzling thing, Have you heard about that?
Mimi, I just ordered one too.
Thank God. Okay, if I tell people this and they don't like understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna look crazy.
I literally just ordered it. Oh no.
I ordered it. I love it. It's the most like perfect. Like we've also been like binge watching TV, like on all the shows. Like we just finished His and Hers last night. If you guys watched that,
It's
No,
so
I haven't
good.
watched that
We're on the
one.
same. I just finished it too. It's so good.
we finished it last night.
Okay.
But it's like I need to like watch things, but I'm like I can't be watching things and scrolling on my phone. I'm like I need something to do with my hands. So I was like, okay, bedazzling kit. And then when we were just in Atlanta, me and Malaya Jones got dinner with Avery Carlson and Ava Martin. And they were like, we just ordered bedazzling kits. So like everyone's just like, we're all living the same life. And we're like, we just need stuff to do with our hands that isn't like scrolling on our phone.
What have you
so I've
bedazzled
been-
so far?
I like to do like the lids of like things. Like my little Summer Fridays like lip gloss. I did like the top of that. I did like the lids of some of like my makeup things. We also like I found these like little like mini rubber ducks that when we went to go dinner they were like putting in the drinks. So I grabbed it. So I like bedazzled the ducks and I'm like I'm waiting for them to dry. Like anything I can
Send them
find.
to all your Oregon teammates.
Yeah.
Anything I can find,
But I want to
bedazzle it.
see all the like we got to send us some of the final pictures or like keep us posted because I
will.
need some inspo.
The problem is I think I hope I don't. I'm really hoping that in like 2 months I don't like bedazzle everything and I'm like get these bedazzles off of it. Like everything's gonna be, I'm gonna like over bedazzle and then like freak myself out. I'm like I need to get it off.
Like you'll get your next hobby or something.
Something, yeah.
I think like a perfect mix of like your puzzle love and your bedazzle love is like get, something big like a volleyball and start to bedazzle that for like your friends. And then
I need
it's
something.
like,
Yeah. They were also saying they were doing like the string like friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
Like the time they were like, we started doing that too. And I was like, maybe I'll get into that. I'm like, I just need something to do that isn't like scrolling on TikTok. 'Cause I love a doom scroll. I really do. But like I need to knock it off.
I think you're talking about all of our struggles. Like it's such
yeah, seriously. But we need to send you one of our friendship bracelets. We have Side Out Society friendship bracelets that we've been making and giving it to people.
Ooh.
So we have to send you some.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So is there something that people like you wish people asked you about but never actually ask you about?
A lot of people think Mimi is my real name, which is not true.
Morgan, right?
It's Morgan, yeah.
When did this change?
So Mimi, I was Mimi when I was little, but Mimi is actually, so my parents had an iguana in college. Random. But its name was Midori.
Good start.
Midori, that's amazing.
Which I just recently found out was like a type of alcohol. I didn't like, that was, or it's, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Or if it's a brand, I don't know. But Midori, but they called it Mimi. So then they had their first kid, girl, her name is Morgan, and Mimi. They're like, perfect, we'll call her Mimi.
You were named after the iguana.
After like the male iguana. Like, who also like at one point, I guess like bit my mom's nose, like broke my mom's nose. Like, because it was like, yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, wait, why did they want an iguana? I feel like that's so random.
So that's maybe the question I should have asked. I don't know. They just, because so my mom and dad, everyone's super allergic to like cats and dogs. So like growing up, like we've had so many hamsters, so many fish. We've had lizards. Right now there's like guinea pigs at my house, but like never cats and dogs because it's like we're just allergic. So maybe it was part of just like, what other random animal can we bring? And that's where they started. I don't know. Like stupid college kids is what it seems like. Anyway,
Amazing.
So I was Mimi growing up. And then when I got to middle school, I was like, my name's gonna be Morgan. Like, I'm a big girl now. Like, Mimi is like, I'm Morgan. So there's like, I have two really close friends from like middle school and high school that like know me as Morgan. So like, they're the only two people that call me Morgan. Like, one of them calls me Mo. And I'm like, that's just super, super not me. But I'm like, cool. I'm like Mo to her and only her. So then I was going to Oregon and there was already a 6'3" blonde pin hitter from California, Morgan Lewis, who's, again, now she's one of my best friends, like will be a bridesmaid at my wedding, but there was already a 6'3" blonde Morgan from California. I was like, okay, well, I can't do that. So it's like, okay, I'll do Mimi. And then it turned out to be super like, now you're saying kind of Mimi in the volleyball world and people know who you're talking about. So it's like super like noticeable. Like everyone knows, like, I don't know. So I kept Mimi and that's what it is. But now I'm kind of in an awkward phase where it's like when I introduce myself to people, I'm like, now I'm 21. Like I turned 22 this year. So I'm like, am I going to keep saying like, my name is Mimi? Like that seems very...
Yeah, but you're I'm sorry, but you're such a badass. You could be named anything and be like, yes, you can name it, you know?
Yeah, hold that head out high.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I'm in the volleyball world, I have to be like Mimi because like no one knows who like Mimi Colyer is in the volleyball world. Like that's not a thing. But like once I get older and I'm like, oh, these are like people I'm gonna know. Like, I don't know. Like, am I gonna be like a mom with a husband and kids and be like, oh, my name is Mimi, here are my kids? Like,
Well, you're always allowed to change your mind in the future. Okay, so as we're like, I know we're coming close to time. We wanted to ask the different players that we're interviewing, like, do you have a really special highlight volleyball moment of memory, a game you played when you played amazing? Like, I want to hear like an incredible memory or a time where you just felt you played incredible and you want to brag about it. Like this is
time for you to humble brag, and it's totally allowed.
I think probably one of my proudest was when we played Michigan this year at Wisconsin. Charlie goes down within what felt like literally 30 seconds of the game. Also, it was so awkward because it was like our silent set. So it was like the crowd wasn't going to cheer until like we reached, I think, like 9 or 10 points. But she got hurt within like the sixth or seventh point. But like, so it's like she gets hurt and it's like literally dead.
I laughed during this story, but that was a really good joke.
No, yeah. I think that's so stupid. I'm like, I just can't. So like the whole field house was like dead silent and she gets hurt and it's still dead silent. And then now we're like scoring points and it's still dead silent because it's the silent set. But I think that then our freshman setter came in. She played great. And then like, I think I went and hit some stupid, like a ton of kills. And I don't know if we ended up sweeping them. I don't know if we swept him or he went in 4, but like I ended up going and like hitting at a really high efficiency off of like our freshman setter, and she came in and played great. Just the way that our team like kind of rallied around her and like just executed that was not really something I think I was expecting. So that was a fun game. And then there was another game that I'm gonna be so honest, I don't remember who it was against, but I remember doing the press conference after and Kelly Sheffield was like, oh, these are video game numbers. Like you just don't see. So I don't remember what that was, but I think that obviously seemed like it was a good game.
I mean, you're playing incredible, honestly, like to be a rookie in the pro leagues. I think you've been hitting double doubles in almost every single game that you've played so far, which
you lead
are
the polls
basically
in kills.
video game numbers. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. You're so fun to watch. I mean, you're so good at, you're a crazy powerhouse hitter, but your defense incredible, aces, blocks, like I saw you set recently too. Like, you're just, it worked. I think they got a kill off you. So,
There you go. That's all I ask.
Where do you like to hit from more? Do you like to hit back row more or front row?
I think statistically I was better out of the back row this last year. Probably back row. There's a lot more momentum. Like you got to broad jump a little more, so it looks a little bit more dramatic. Yeah, probably back row.
Back row's fun. We're both littles, so for us, the back row. I mean, we like to hit in the front row too, but we play co-ed, so we're on a men's net. It's a little harder for us as littles, but love the back row attack.
Yeah, 100%.
So we don't want to take up too much more of your time because we really appreciate all the time you've already spent with us, but we wanted to end on something that we're calling the side out sprint. So it's a few rapid fire questions. Kind of want you to answer as quickly as you can. Try not to think too much because it's supposed to be fun and spontaneous. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Eugene or Madison, who has the better post-game food?
Madison.
What's your favorite emoji to use in a team group chat?
Oh, the crying one has been funny. Like the fully sobbing one has been funny.
Would you rather have a 20 kill match or a 15 dig match?
20 kill.
Which you do very often.
Yeah.
So you do both very often. Okay, moving on. The one song that must be on your pre-game playlist.
Either All in My Head by Jason Derulo or Best Love Song by T-Pain.
Solid.
Yeah.
Favorite volleyball movie or scene that is in a TV show or movie?
My favorite one because it's so bad. The Summer I Turned Pretty, which was like, it's one of those shows that's like, it's so bad, but it's like, you have to watch it. They did like a volleyball montage, I think in season 1 or season 2, and it was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was so bad.
It was so bad. And I was like, can we please, like it was so bad. So that one.
Well, I guess we asked you this a little bit, but if you weren't an athlete, what would your dream regular job be?
I think it would definitely have to be something in athletics, like working within one of the leagues. Maybe that's half a cheat, but working within one of the leagues, doing something just to continue to support women's sports, I think is something I would definitely be interested in doing.
One thing about Dallas that has surprised you so far?
I don't know if it's necessarily surprising though. Just the amount of TikTok recommendations. I love a TikTok recommendation. So I get to search anything and there's like 20 videos on like food reviews and places to go and things to do and things to see. And I'm like, this is so convenient because I don't have to really Google anything. Everything's on TikTok.
Wait, real quick, Lindsay, before you ask the next one, I want to follow up. Have you found your Dallas barbecue place?
I haven't gotten it yet. I literally have not gotten it. No, I know. It's like, I know.
You should do like go and post the review. I want to
Yeah.
I'll
see.
do a whole TikTok of it. Maybe I'll do my TikTok grind while I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. I know this has been asked. Knee pads over the knees or pulled down low?
Pull down. Yeah.
We're old and we say on the knees.
I just don't stay up there.
Fair.
You're too tall,
Last question. Who is the funniest person on the Dallas Pulse roster?
Either Malaya Jones or Kelsey Payne. They're hilarious.
Got to bring them, do some Dallas barbecue recommendations with them.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll see.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Get some good TikToks out there.
That TikTok would go viral for sure. For sure.
Well, Mimi, thank you so much for your time, for, allowing us to watch your amazingness on the court and, your personality off the court. Like, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, watching you, and we wish you the best of luck this season.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And can't wait to see you play.
Thank you.